Was a terrible start for Liquid. They ran out of steam. It's an analogy used often, but it could not be more appropriate, especially when Liquid is involved. I'd studied science. And we're going to be jumping into it with what looks to be a bit of a slower pistol round. These guys have been charging at each other these last couple.
They really have. It's been impressive, the space and kind of coordination that's been found with these aggressive approaches, but still, we go into Dust2, a map that really suits that sort of playstyle, Alex, and things have slowed right down. We're going to have an Xbox smoked early here from Nitro as we get into what should be an A finish, but the bomb, that's going to be towards top and middle right now. Two players towards lower B, and Glaive, he's investigating the situation. Spots one crossing over towards Xbox there, and Alige, he'll be joining him. Still a 5-5 for now, no damage inflicted as they make their way up towards short. Nitro looking to pincer towards long potentially.
Device is going to be tested on long, and just last week on this map, Device, he dropped 29 frags in much under 30 rounds. He was so good at finding those gaps to exploit. This time, though, likely going to be checked out. Spoke towards the CT spawn, and back to turn. He doesn't connect the bullets, though, and they can profit. Now Liquid have an advantage, and they look to push on it. Glaive, however, does cut down half of the assault from short. Smoke failed towards CT, I believe, and now Zipex can pluck Twists out of the round. Stewie and Naf favors Liquid now into the site. Still no bomb plant, 35 seconds. They can't contest it. Magisk climbing up towards the ramp and finally finishes off Stewie. Nitro gave him another shot. Needs a fresh mag. He's only got 2 bullets. Naf should have an opportunity to throw that final blow, but they're playing a little too hesitant here. It's a 2v2, but it feels like Liquid just hiding, trying to run that clock down. Now the hunt begins for Magisk. He's so low, he can't find the bullets. And on to Naf. Things get awkward fast here in the pistol. Dupree has the kit. He's on the site. Bullets aren't connecting for Naf. The time's still ticking away. Somebody hit a shot, finally. As Astralis smiles on their face. They can't quite believe it. It looked so good for Liquid from the start.
The analyst said it. We pointed out in the last couple of maps as well. The apprehension from Team Liquid is costing them so many rounds. They've seemed to have lost that je ne sais quoi, that mojo. Something about their gameplay right now. This looks very cagey, Alex.
Yeah.
They seem to have these advantages, these situations where they actually have the upper hand, and they're not playing to their full ability. They're not actually displaying that mechanical skill and aggressiveness we're used to seeing here. They managed to get up towards the A site, a 2 versus 2, but they're not really working in tandem. The fact that Major survived for felt like 30 seconds there with his 20 HP with players around him. Pretty ridiculous scenes, but it will be Astralis picking up the pistol round here. But the bomb planted, 3 kills found, will lead us to 3 rifles, I should say. 1 Krieg, 1 AK, 1 Galil, and a scout as well. Pretty ridiculous scenes.
Yeah, it really is. Liquid, that je ne sais quoi, as you say. A little shaken, a little lost. Bringing the rifles into the second round. This is what Astralis would have been expecting, and they've gone for a 3-man lean, very aggressively dug into the B site, holding mid from B is the strategy.
Alige will be probing towards the middle position right now. Stewie in tow. The scouts look towards window here. Astralis very ready for a B attack. In terms of the utility, 2 smokes available, flashes as well. A scout shot rattled off. Dupree will be sat at 61 HP as the time starts to run low. 50 seconds on the clock. Naf waiting for the long push, and Device is actually in those doors, so he'll get a lot of information from that. He can at least confirm the only points of access are towards middle, B, and short right now. And the bomb making its way towards tunnels. It is going to be a B split. 3 CTs ready and waiting.
Yeah, Astralis could not be better positioned for this one. They don't have to move a muscle. Confirmed. And so, it's time for their reaction. What? Magisk catches a bullet. Time for a swap. Unfortunately, exposing himself will be finished off. Twists with 2 into the site with a deagle. 4 in quick succession. The round concludes in the blink of an eye from 0 to 100. And the Team Liquid, oh God, it's so bad. Bring in the horsepower. Do you see what I did there?
Oh, that's actually pretty good.
I know, but I was just embarrassed. Bring in the horsepower. Driving seat, all of the puns. But either way, an important shift in momentum. Look at this second frag as well.
Could have gone shift of gear there.
Full rifle, yeah.
That would have been.
We can keep the puns going, you know, just start talking about Jeremy Clarkson by the 3rd round.
Go around Gambon and across the line.
And across the line. Device certainly does. Twisted's got another opportunity for Glaive, but they can just walk into B now. They rotate a little too slow. And at the doors, Dupree contests and is met by Naf's rifle. Nothing Astralis can do about this one. Device knows it. He was hoping to just perhaps find another one on the edge of that smoke, but Magisk is a T-spawn, they're hanging out. Chillaxing, Maxing, acting all cool. Perhaps they'll shoot some B-ball outside of the Odense school, maybe later.
And that's all for Machine this week. Thank you for listening. It's been a good run.
Yep.
It is Liquid picking up the round, no problem at all. As Astralis investing everything they've got into the round, unable to fend off the B approach once again, barely doing any damage. Liquid, that is one player going down as Twists. Device and Magus with no choice but to hold on to the little they have. 1 in 4 and a scout and a flashbang.
More analysis for you, Henry.
Go on.
A theory as to where this apprehension's come from.
Go on.
The correlation I've noticed ever since Nitro started wearing Crocs to his LAN events, they have been struggling versus Astralis.
How long has he been wearing the Crocs for, though?
Well, I asked Twist in the cab, I was like, so what's happening with these Crocs?
You've been asking a lot about these Crocs recently.
Yeah, I have. I was trying to do some research, and Twist, the only analysis he had on the situation was he thought it was really funny that he had holes in his shoes when it was raining.
Have you got Crocs? I feel like you have.
No, I'm not a Croc monsieur in the same way Nitro is.
God,
oh, sorry, that's a bit cheesy. Oh, the 1-2 punch, get me out of here.
Oh,
nice precise shot from Device, though. And we're back into the 4th. Let's see how this one shapes up. Just a bit of additional Kevlar from the preserved M4. Magisk is going to be their golden goose.
Okay, well, nice it's the scout that connects quite nicely there. Stewie2K at least taking Dupree down to 56. Still with that saved M4. The scout as well in terms of the general setup. Liquid holding the major choke points, but no one towards B. Magus is actually going towards lower. Glaive can be behind him. They know B is actually clear at this point. There is a decent chance that they can win this round. They can actually send everyone towards A at this point. Magus is going to be exploring his options towards top and middle. This round. Oh, I was about to say, this kill about actually establishes this round, as we'll see Zipex getting one from the pit as well. Astralis are making this happen. There's going to be kills all over the place here. It's gone down to a 4 versus 2 of Naf and Alige, both struggling towards long, trying to find frags in return. Alige does get one, but they still have to find this player towards the pit. That's a key kill.
Oh my God, through the smoke, Alicia's got a shot. It connects onto Magis, but I don't think he's ready for Glaive. He's got no HP. He's going to have to bounce across, and no way. Looking for a fresh mag. Glaive will get the frag. 2-2. And with just pistols, 1 saved rifle, it feels like every single map, Astralis get 1 or 2 of those.
I can't really explain that one to you. When you know that you've broken them down financially, they've said 1 M4, they're going to have a partial buy. Why are you not running a default at the start? They had no one in the B tunnels whatsoever. Like, Magus goes in lower, Glaive push upper. They were focused so much towards long, and it's that lack of conviction once again. They weren't actually approaching that situation with, okay, we've lost all map control here, we need to get out. They were still very slow, very cagey, and then get caught out with the Desert Eagle. Yeah. And it's going to cost them the round, but they still have cash going forward. It's the AWP for Stewie2K, as we'll see Nitro. A quick approach towards Shore here, but Device has got information as to where Stewie's position in T-spawn. That's going to be a quick kill and a 5-on-4 before they've really got going here in round number 5.
Reminder, Device was such a nuisance for Liquid when they clashed on this map. A third map, no less, in the series last time. Same 2 maps. The series closed out on in Dallas. Will it be the same result? Had a moment to reflect upon their shortcomings the last time they were playing this map, and starting on the T side, it's different. We get to see a full T side out of Liquid this time.
Yeah.
Zipex, he sees the mollies flying, and he actually, with that smoke combined, he has the element of surprise from CT, suppressing fire, and he can focus his attention to dealing with the A rotate. Alige is the one to try and find a way into B, and Dupree presents his head. Magisk needs to make more than 1. He can't. This should be the round for Liquid. Beautiful handling. Nitro winning the duel does confirm it.
Yeah, I really like this from Liquid. That's much more like it. They had a clear objective at that point, jumping down towards the CT spawn position. There's a bit of an A fake there. Smokes down, flashes over. Players down in CT spawn, confirming that's clear. They can sense it's going to be a B hold from Astralis at that point, applying lots of pressure there and baiting out that first kill. Alige, he gets the intel. The first players towards the sandboxes inside the B side. There's got to be one more there. They spot him towards a platform. Instead of getting re-peeked towards the window, he lets his teammates actually take care of all of that action. And at that point, overwhelmed, Astralis have to give the round up, and it will be Device saving the AWP. I like that from Liquid. I feel like they should just have objectives at the start of the round, go around together. Their mechanical skill is enough to get them through it. When they go into defaults and they go into mid-round calls, they slow it right down. Today, unfortunately for them, just doesn't seem like that approach is working out at all, but really enjoyed that round. That's much more like it, and will there be a force buy in response here? As Astralis, they save the AWP. Glaive can buy a rifle with 4,500, but the rest hovering around $2,000. 3-2 at this point. Don't need the force buy, but could be a viable option. They really want to sink their teeth into Team Liquid here. Device, as you mentioned, an absolute animal on Dust2 with the sniper. So a tactical timeout to discuss their options. No one investing anything just yet. USPs across the board. I mean, a lot of discussion here. The M4 comes out, Alex. It's happening.
Oh. Now,
going in.
You talk about the telegraph nature of timeouts into surprising buys and strats.
Yeah.
Something that Liquid cannot afford to get caught out by.
Well, they should be aware at this point that Device, he was a player that survived in that previous round. It's very likely he has the AWP. And if they're kept tracking the money, they're aware of the loss bonus situation, there's a chance they're going to buy into this one. But at least they know there's an AWP out. They have to be very careful here. Easy C2K, he's definitely aware of that prospect because he's just watching for any peaks coming in towards T-spawn. You don't see that too often these days, but certainly a possibility. Device, he'll be back towards middle now. Trying to look over the gap, and Stu2K knows there is a chance he'll go down. He needs to be very careful indeed. Can't allow Device to get opening picks once again.
He often finds a way, and this line is one of his many go-tos. Flashed and forced off. That's the power of that $200. You get so much information and survival for the cross from lower to short. Two of them getting across safely. We'll start to see the initial utility exchange. Glaive actually positioning himself in such a way that he can hold this cross late. Stewie's patrolling it though, just on the precipice of the smoke. Won't find it yet, and Device will. Another opening for Astralis provided by consistency embodied. Goes by the name of Device. Evades the flash, throws one of his own for the repeat, and actually has a chance to not only catch Stewie, forces him off the line. Now Elige has not got the bodyguard, doesn't have the support. Fire drawn, falls off, and still has Glaive tucked in on the doors should they continue their advance. 40 seconds, this exchange indoors is rotting the clock, and oh, Glaive. Oh, just like that, just as they make the call, he starts his flank, tags already distributed. He's over the flames, their back is turned. Can't do more than one, but survival is not an option. Naf's flames ensure that. Chance to get that bomb down now, 3 versus 3.
That was a very good approach there from Glaive. Didn't quite have the tenacity to avoid the flames at that point, though. Bomb planted. Do they want to save the AWP? Debris in a position to cause carnage here. The flashbang goes over. It's going to be Dupree with a double. He's so dastardly with that Desert Eagle. 1 versus 1 now. Can he seal the deal? Got the Krieg in hand, but Naf will hold him at bay. It was a very good attempt there. They got Team Liquid sweating, but Naf will hold on. 4-2 now, and that was the force buy from Astralis. Bear in mind, Alex, they're going to be financially broken going forward as well. $2,000 per player has to be the full eco, and it will be Team Liquid with a sigh of relief there. That got way too close.
What a huge win. I mean, I know, yeah, the way you phrased it, you're right. That shouldn't have been that close to start things off. Admittedly, Device did get the nice opener. Look at that shot onto Nitro, but Naf, what an important frag that was onto Dupree. Now converting not only the 4th, but potentially the 5th. Bit of Kevlar, some pistols, and the default to start things off. Learned from their previous shortcomings against these half buys. Not going to let any early aggression be rewarded from Astralis.
The Desert Eagles, though, always going to be dangerous. They can't allow Astralis to have map control here. They need to be watching upper B. Looking out for the probing CTs. You can see Nitro doing just that, learning his lessons from previous rounds. Holding up for the initial aggression, see what utility they've got. What you're up against, is there a scout in play? Basic map control needs to be granted first, then the execution. Trade potential has to be high. You can't allow a deal to get a kill with no response here. Spacing is very crucial.
And look at it. A gap.
So now you've lost map control, which is fine, but you have to commit within 10 seconds. If you've lost sight of B and long, you can't sit there ashore for 30 seconds. You have to be aware.
I think Nitro is responsible for it, and he will eventually clear it, but look at the headshot angle held. Just, they pass their first test. Into the site they go, and to be tested is Device. Twist starting to push in as the Device hold falls, and so will Zipnik's fall away, just about getting out of dodge.
Yeah, and 1 kill from Nitro is everything. Had they'd overlooked another potential push there, it could have all fallen apart, but Nitro makes sure that push from Glaive was shut down, and that was their cue to go, and didn't actually give up a single player there. Perfectly done by Team Liquid, and Dupree, so good with that pistol, does manage to take 1 down, trying to scramble towards the weapon, but I feel like they know that's a possibility. Now Fly will be patrolling the situation quite nicely. 4 versus 2, Zipex and Magisk are both on the B side of the map, looking for exit frags at this point. So crisis averted, the push was coming through, but it will be Astralis leaving with pretty much nothing here. Magisk will save his armor.
I'm interested to know what you make of a statement Davey actually made on the desk. I mean, could be a clashing of opinions, it could not. He stated that he thought that Liquid, on an individual basis, were the much better team. It was Astralis who were finding their victories through the strategies and the communication.
Oh yeah, he means like in terms of mechanical skill, like raw talent, like pound for pound.
What's your take on that?
It's so difficult to quantify. I think it comes down to an individual basis. You can't just say this 5 against this 5, these guys are better. There's no real system to work it out. I tend to agree. On having their absolute best day, I would say the likes of Twist, Elige, like they are absolutely unbelievable. But I feel like the teamwork and consistency and mental fortitude of Astralis what makes them a better team, and that's what wins trophies, you know. Yeah,
consistently, and an Intel Grand Slam under the belt of both of the teams that clashed today. Liquid breaking records with the speed by which they picked it up. I think it was about 63 days, something around there, that they managed to pick up the $1 million prize pool. Both with a notch on pursuit of another mill, and, well, that's a first kill. Stewie, nice. Nitro as well, dealing with Long, no issues here. Traveling together as a pack. And Magisk has taken one of those wolves away. Much more they can do, though. Ooh, double tag. Nav. So many people have been left on 1 HP today, I swear. As soon as you notice it, it's all you see. Dupree maybe can finish off what his teammate started onto Nav, but this will be the 6th for Liquid, and a significant better start than last time these two teams met on this map. If you have missed the discussion, a quick reminder that not only Nuke, 16-11 over in Dallas, now even more of a win for Astralis, but it was Dust2 where it ended, and it was a 16-8. 12 T rounds from Astralis. We haven't seen their T side yet, and so Liquid keeping a lid on things.
Well, they had to avoid those disastrous rounds against the Desert Eagles, the 2 versus 1s, all those sort of things that could have happened so far. They have actually managed pretty well, to be honest with you. So we'll see now if Liquid can continue their dominance. I remember they lost the pistol as well, opened things up here on Dust2. A pistol which arguably should have been theirs, but still, they've got a nice lead at this point, keeping Astralis contained, that's for sure. Dupree bringing out the secondary AWP as well. He can do spectacular things with that weapon towards the A side of the map. We'll see whether he wants to establish that sort of control as we get into round number 9 now. Is the replay from Studio 2K. Blind, of course, mistakes this shot. Once the flashbang comes in, time it well, normally gets you a frag. See if this double up set up and get them back online here. It's cost them a lot of utility. They've got a single kit here as well. That's in the back of Major, so watch out for that. Picking out the pace though. Elige trying to get through those mid doors. See if he can get through.
Often neglected early by CT forces. The smoke's going to arrive just as Elige does, and that's actually a really interesting turn of events because Device, or rather Astralis, they may not be expecting someone so quick. It's hard to catch Astralis off, though, and Magisk, he looks poised to deal with Elige's presence here, just holding so passive on the window. Quick shot from Elige. One body dropped on B. What's the go? What are the protocols on this? The bomb's rotating towards the B site. Glave's going to be pushing in, or he's faking it. Didn't draw Twist's fire, so won't get that info. God, this is an interesting one. Zipex finally finding Elige, so now there's 2-pronged assault all coming from one. No scopes, they still haven't seen him! Backs a turn!
No!
Oh, this is humiliating! Dupree with a missed shot still finds 2.
They didn't hear him? They must have assumed there's no way an AWP's going to be sat in the corner like that.
No.
Well, Dupree now, he's managed to get the bomb down. The Desert Eagle, we know he can hit shots with it, and he continues to deliver. Some way, somehow, it's gone down to 2 versus 1. It's Naf with the Desert Eagle in hand. Presumably needs to reload, which he does. 1 bullet in the clip. 35 seconds remain. Still needs to recover the bomb. And there's an AWP up against him. Either side. Down he goes. That is a disastrous round. We said they've avoided those so far. They've done a great job at making sure that nothing like that happens. But then it all comes crashing down around them. They walk past Dupree. He misses a no-scope. And no one bats an eyelid.
No one! That, I'd love to see that again, just to process perhaps what was distracting them. Where was the gap?
Because they got the initial kill from Elige right window.
Yeah.
Then they got the kill on the bomb site. Yeah. They assumed everything would be
that
clear.
Could be it, but this is that 3-man lean. We actually observed it earlier on into the map.
Exactly that. So I think that they must have assumed that
Did
even
the
though
maths,
they hold the AWP,
right.
It must be towards window. It must be spamming the doors potentially. But in all the chaos, they just didn't anticipate 3 players in there. It gave Dupree a massive window of opportunity. My God, did he leap through it?
He did. And he didn't get too shaken by the fact that he's got people pushing him.
Well, yeah,
he throws a no-scope and he stands his ground.
He could have taken another no-scope there. He's like, well, no one's reacted to it. Pull the scope out. Then, of course, a Desert Eagle and low B. And, well, the rest is history. Astralis will be bringing another double up set up in and a great grenade there towards short. This is where Astralis will thrive. Give them an inch, I'll take a mile.
Yeah. I saw a really fantastic exchange actually on the CSGO Reddit, first time for everything, and they were talking about, wow, nice little boost. Look at the line that gives Magisk. But they were talking about, that's what I visualize when I throw my nade towards short. You know, those health bars going all red. The reality is it's landed on a step and you've done 1 HP. But lovely little improvisation from Astralis to hold that line from short from a fresh angle. Not going to be the target of Liquid's attacking affection. Molly in a boost. That's a quick reaction from Astralis. They'll be able to see over that if Magisk needs to, but the main body of the assault is going to be coming straight through this smoke. dupreeh not needing to be behind them this time. It's only going to go the one way, though, favoring Liquid heavily here as Elish still controls the mid-rotate, or not anymore. Magisk ensures of that.
We talked about Counter-Strike being all about suggestion then. After having a 3-man stack towards a B bomb site, now just putting dupreeh in there alone. They were hoping that forced him towards A, but Liquid one step ahead of everything. But the retake begins now. Astralis known for saving their weapons in these sort of scenarios, but they're willing to challenge now. They have the advantage. Now for the AWP, he sits at the platform, joined by Twist, but now he'll be alone. This is up to the Krieg, and he can't connect it cleanly to kick things off. He does manage to get 2, but he's overwhelmed by Device in the end there. A very decent attempt, and it will be Astralis taking the round once again. My goodness, the fact that they had only dupreeh there as well, it looked like Liquid had that one hook, line, and sinker, but unfortunately unable to stick the landing.
It was Magisk's victorious fight versus Elish that really did incite them to go for that. You talked about the fact that Astralis is so common to see them saving in circumstances like that, but you know, we say they play the percentages, and clearly Glaive had whipped out the abacus, it done some quick calculations, and the odds favored them. Big win as well, they prove it. Goes down to the 1v1, nice attempt from Twists. If those bullets had just been a bit more accurate on the first, he may have had time to adjust to the push from window.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. If he gets a really clean kill on the first one, and I dare say he can do it, he definitely would have flicked to the window after the second, but made a bit of a meal of it. Still, he kept them modest on the CT side, and it is going to bring another bite to the table here for Team Liquid. But it is a compromised one. We have a couple of Galils in the mix, and we've got almost no utility for Stewie 2K. And speaking of him, another quiet showing for him. We've got Naf on 15 kills. Stewie had a great opening showing on Inferno, dropped off on Nuke, and now sits himself on 2 kills and 6 deaths. He's very turbulent right now at this stage in his career.
Yeah, a great deal of volatility in the performance of young Stu. Early exchanges of utility. You hear 2 extinguished Molotovs.
D-split again. Objective at the start of the round. Clear and concise. Try and punish this side of the map. You're removing money there, but Device gets one through the smoke. It's the MP9. It's a nice approach at this point, but Twist surely going to get both of them. We are going to have Magus doing absolutely everything here, taking all the attention away, and it's going to be a 3 versus 2 once again on this side of the map. Another quick round. Xyp looking to cause damage with the HE. Just going to guide the nade over. Lands on Stewie's head, 59 HP.
There is no utility to keep these guys at bay. It's going to have to be the bullets, timing, and synergy between Naf and Stewie. We said how quiet Naf had been. This is the top and bottom players on the scoreboard respectively. 3 players closing in on their location. Stewie's already fallen. Naf, he's been so good. He has to be even better. He can't handle it. Glaive will close him down. And another round from Astralis. Liquid, they have got so much control in order to get into that site initially, but they just can't seem to hold on to it.
It does make sense why Liquid are going on that side of the map time and time again. Yeah. They're finding consistent kills. They're getting the bomb down. You know the B players aren't going to have as much money as the others. Are going to have to need consistent drops. And it's the right approach. dupreeh had an MP9 in that position there, but it was Device sabotages their approach there with a couple of kills from the A-ramp side of things. Manages to find, I think it was Stewie, close range as well. He had to make that sort of play. As you noted, no utility. They couldn't just sit there waiting in the crossfire. Someone had to step up, surprise them. Stewie was that player, but unfortunately for him, it was the barrel of the AWP that greets him. As we get into round number 12, it has to be just a partial buy now. The momentum, the morale starting to drop off for Liquid. And it will just be a pretty standard partial buy approach here. Get up towards short, try and get a plant down. A couple of smokes, a few flashbangs over. Trying to avert the gaze of the AWP on the other side and hopefully overwhelm the likes of Device.
Yeah, the very best. Make T-side Dust2 look like the favoured side. Liquid all too familiar with what Astralis are capable of once they get to that second half, but already defending well. Device doing his best. That Molotov could not have been better to stop the plant, but suddenly Nitro and Naf spring to life. 2 frags. The bomb not down, but perhaps a shot at it. Xyp quick reaction will nullify any threat. There is a smoke, perhaps to try and get these digits punched, but with Xyp so close, Eli's just going to have to try and hunt him down. Stewie drawing the fire, hoping to find a speculative shot, and no, Astralis, they should confirm it. They do. It will be an equalizer, 6-6.
Astralis with so many rounds in a row now. That's going to be 4. And they were 6-2 down. That was the partial buy from Liquid. No bomb planted, but they can buy regardless. No all for Stewie. I think that's maybe the right call at this point. They look better when they're grouping up and working as a unit. Nice shot from Nitro. And Naf didn't yield the plant. Single orb setup this time. Dupree back to the M4. And they are changing their setup so consistently. Glaive actually just rushing middle, I believe.
Oh my god, they've been doing this time after time. A whole new aggressive stance. Elige looks like he's got the invite to this dance and deals with it. Lovely.
I like the approach there. So Glaive crossing over, you can look towards despawn, you can actually see whether there's an AWP on the other side there. If it looks clear, you want to take a push up towards middle. It's a ballsy play, don't get me wrong, but that could have been amazing if he pulled it off there. But Elige very aware of the possibility, takes him down.
I think Elige got the call. Naf was ready for it, but it doesn't stop when Dupree so damn precise. It's time for smokes. Completely equalized before they can even start their execute. That's a tough death, especially when it's your hard hitter. Naf a boost to get device set up perfectly. A missed shot, a rarity. Now they can start to continue this advance. Chipped away at, but Heart's still beating. Another Molotov towards the ramp. That will encourage Twist to move further on. If he does start to lick the flame, a very precise shot, just a pixel is all Device needs. Nitro, just a pixel of health. Should be finished off by that nade. No, down to 12. Another one! God, they're just enticing them towards the site, or off it in this case.
Yeah, the Moths are drawn to the flames, it seems. It's a 3 versus 2 now. Mages, though, he's going to get this frag, no problem. Stewie 2K will exchange the blow! Oh! Great shot from Device now, but that's time for Nitro to get the plant in. He knows it. So does Device. He'll have to reposition, and he can go short or long here. And he's opted for the latter. He gets an M4 instead. A wise and informed decision here up against Nitro. He's got 12 HP, so you want to have the M4 and have multiple chances to take him down. He can smoke the bomb site as well. He might as well make noise at this point. Time is ticking away. Nitro is going to pin himself in Gandalf, have a bit of a gamble here and hope for the best.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if just one bullet after a first tickle goes towards Gandalf. If there's no challenge presented elsewhere, there's a real possibility for a wall bang. The smoke from Device is deployed, and onto the bomb he goes. He's so ready for it. Nitro in the smoke! Wow! Perfect. I actually love when we see it from Device's POV, because you see just how little Device got to react off. A huge win brings home 7. Nitro, undaunted by the low HP, realizes he had to bring the fight to Device, wins the 1v1. Crucial for Liquid.
They needed that. They've had so many disappointing rounds in the last 5. Device, he actually played that really well. I love that from him. He knew he had to draw Nitro out there. It was a nice idea to smoke the bomb. Give it a little tap. Nitro low HP, he knew that as well, but doesn't work out for him. Nitro finds a lovely bit of form there as the force spike comes in for the Danes. It's going to be Scouts, Deagles, and MP9s, but don't discount that. They can make this work. Elige will open things up, however. Surgical shot towards Dupree. Now, they don't need to commit to this. No one has to be too aggressive. Work together. You have the advantage now. You confirmed it's a low buy. Don't run the clock down as well.
Yeah, the nice alternative to the Xbox smoke. Lige will be throwing that one out. And Nitro is controlling that B. Tons of aggression, Magisk. It may just be the consolation prize as this continues to look like it's unfolding in favor of Liquid, but a rifle in the hands of it. And Twist beheading Glaive. That should be the site wide open. Nothing Astralis can say about round 14 here unless some serious mistakes are made. Yeah, Magisk is going to keep hold of that. He's happy with his prize. Slightly embarrassing for Nitro, but and a rifle preserved for the final round of play. Nice Krieg for him to take wherever he desires.
That was the force buy from Astralis there, so they have to save the weapons they currently have. The Scouts, the Krieg. It's nice to see Astralis experimenting with so many pushes towards top and middle, lower B, trying to cause a ruckus here, sabotage the defaults, but well held by Liquid this time. 4 players surviving, and that's actually quite important. Even though it's the last round next, money's still critically low, so they need to make sure that decent amount of players survived here, and there will be 4. Can't really justify a hunt for reasons we just stated. Going to get $3,500 per player on top of what they already had, which was 0 by winning the round by virtue of Explosion. So, final round, number 15 here. Dupree, he'll commit to a Deagle. 1900 on Zipex, maybe an SMG for him. It's a replay from Elige. Difficult shot that towards Sean, a moving player, but he absolutely nails it.
Boop. That was confirmed. Final round of the third map of the final series of our third day here at the ESL Pro League Finals 10th season. Device is using that smoke thrown by Liquid to exploit, but they caught a glimpse of him. All too wise to his hijinks, but an immediate trade from the preserved Krieg. Now Magic's going to be able to set his sights towards the cross. A flash for his teammate. It is a great weapon for this task, and they're being held at bay by Zipex. Now he can start tapping away at the heads. It's the shooting gallery every player dreams of. The flashes obscure his view, and as vision returns, there's nothing he can say or do. Glaive, last man standing.
Well, there it is. This is the half of Dust2 we wanted. This is the half of Dust2 we deserved, Alex. Liquid are on their feet. They're not being blown out the water, and Astralis will have to be tested going into that second half. This could go the full distance, and hopefully we get an exciting finish to what is then a very compelling matchup. We'll see you after the break.
Passports, baby. Leave the rest in our troubled minds. Let us go down in laughter, baby. Trying to figure out what we're after. We're never heading back until we're older. We couldn't care no more, not any longer. Under peach yellow skies, we keep on searching, but we will never know what we're after. Baby, leave it all for the faded hearts. I don't mind if they call us crazy, cause they don't understand what we're after. We're never heading back until we're older. We couldn't care no more, not any longer. Under peach yellow skies, we keep on searching, but we will never know what we're after. As long as you're mine, I wanna run away. We're never heading back until we're older. We couldn't care no more, not any longer. Under peach yellow skies, we keep on searching, but we will never know what we're after.
A tough task for both involved. Astralis Liquid, a series that every Counter-Strike fan desires, and it comes day 3 of our 10th season of ESL Pro League. We're live from Odense. I say we, myself, Machine, joining by Henry G.
Indeed, Alex. Who will be joining Na'Vi in the semi-finals? Time will tell after this half. It's as close as you'd like, really, 9-6, and we'll see whether Astralis can convert this T-pistol. Aggression, of course, from Team Liquid on the CT side, met by the P250 at range. That's kind of nuts, to be honest with you, but there it is. It will be Elysian Nitro battling back down to a 3-on-3 here. Things should slow right down. The bombs way back in T-spawn. Twists Still investigating towards the mid doors. So any strategy they had in mind now is completely nullified. That's the approach designed really by Team Liquid. You want to make sure you completely shut down any execution with smokes, any Molotovs coming in.
Right.
Sure, you might lose a couple of frags in the process, but now it comes down to the pure mechanical skill and grouping up and seeing who can hold their nerve.
So they've done the first. It's like Sherlock Holmes, you know, Robert Downey Jr. It's like step one, destabilize. Well, that's been achieved.
He was the original Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah, the OG. Just like my favorite James Bond. Oh, Daniel Craig, man, what a guy.
Go on, tweet Alex now. Tell him how much
you hate me.
How much you hate him, and his clothes, and his personality.
Get my clown outfit out of my suitcase. Ah, here we are. Pop these on with my clown shoes.
3-on-3. Diffuse kit on the back of Nitro. We still have one smoke. 3 flashbangs for Astralis as well. 35 seconds remaining. B would be a prime place to go, considering it's only Nitro there. Bombs outside long, however. So is Glaive going to be suggesting they're making their way towards B? I actually really like this approach. That smoke, this late in the round as well, but it all down to Zipex. And Twist, if he's watching this position, he's got a chance of shutting it down. Zipex doesn't want to fully commit until he's got the call, the rotations to come through. They haven't done enough, Alex.
Twists, he's still not looking. Just about time to react. And now with 12 seconds left, that's the bomb on their back to get the info. Dupree had to find more than one. 8 seconds. I'm not sure if it's enough to even get to the site. Never mind if Naf is stopping him. Tags him. No time. Zipex just has to accept that this round is not going his way. Looks to finish with style and does so. Leaping to find another frag, but Liquid will secure the 10th, and they're not going to complain about that. I do love the game plan, though. I would have gobbled at that up. The smoke, the flash, Glaive's jumping over the smoke.
It's B, all of them.
Everyone B, 3B.
They're lit as well, I think.
All tagged, minus 80.
Might be lit. It was a really cool idea. Like Pim said before coming into this one, I consider Glaive to be the world's best in-game leader as well.
Oh, yeah.
That was really convincing. In my book, it looked like enough to cause a rotation, but Twist, very smart. Individually, he manages to work out the fact that I haven't seen the bomb yet. No one's called the bomb. That's the most important factor of that whole exchange. And as soon as he finds Zipex there, we saw the clock run out, and it will have to be a force buy back. And Zipex got no cash from the previous round, so he's just down to a USP at least, and we'll get into it. A little bit of damage exchange towards Shaw. That's Glaive trying to force the issue. My God, has he? He won't be getting the opening frag, but it is answered back by Twist. 2 players in that position, joined by Alige. Device, though, not anticipating the close-range encounter.
It's a bit clunky.
It is a little bit, isn't it?
Gonna be grateful that things kind of calm down a little bit. Long, spotted, and fragged up. Nice catch. Long range from Twists. He's done all of the fragging so far, and now he's going to partner up with Alige. They'll use the low HP player to draw the fire, get the info, and they do. But that gap, Zipex is going to be more than happy to stick around. Is he ready for Alige? I'm not sure he is. Aiming towards the site and caught. Nice work with the MP9. This is staying level, though. This second round buy from Astralis has not only got them 3 frags, a bomb plant, and a real shot at picking up their 7th very early into the second half of our 3rd map here.
A double scout setup to defend the bomb. You don't see this every day, and it's Nitro. He's at 100 HP, so he can fight a little bit more than Alige, and he'll have to now as his teammate is removed. He has to get as close as he possibly can, but he's taking so much damage here. Device buying time to the best of his ability. The jumping shot with the MP9 is not quite enough. Just jiggling on the bomb side there. It's Astralis after losing the pistol down to the last few seconds there. We'll pull the second round back, and of course, it's Glaive to open things up. A Desert Eagle straight down the mouth for sure. Manages to get the opening frag, and things got very chaotic indeed from that point.
You know, it's so interesting to see Glaive's development, because I swear he's always had this aggressive bone in his body, but his aggression, it always seems so calculated. It's out of necessity. He sees a gap in the CT side, he's running up mid, but he knows what makes sense to be doing that.
There's a lot of Counter-Strike that is just gut feelings and just burning the game and hearing like a reload and things we're not necessarily aware of. He gets a bit of information, but I digress. We're getting to this next round. It's a quick one as well. It is going to be the force buy from Liquid here, but Astralis are handling it very well indeed. You can see those first 2 kills coming in as they'll make their way towards middle. Nitro completely flashed off. If he somehow gets multiple kills with the scout here, I'll be very impressed. He's got so much to deal with and no one to back him up. They're actually going back toward the tunnels as well, so he has got a chance of a bit of damage, but 1 kill at the very most there. That's not going to happen. Twist will at least get a backstab kill as he takes down Glaive, but what does he do from here? The bomb will be planted. Device is watching towards lower, and he should have a solid read on towards Stewie 2K, which he does. Absolutely rails him there with the scout, and Twist now hopefully going to get 1 more kill. That's about as good as he'll get. Oh! All right. That was nice.
Yeah,
I didn't expect that one to come through.
I love that it was perfectly paired with you going, oh, maybe try and get one more kill.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Well, he answered that question. Definitely a stylish third added to his list. It was actually a very interesting kind of 1-2 punch as well. They drew the fire to middle, and as soon as that Doors player turned, they finally arrived out of tons. Dupree, his first frag, and actually indeed the second was what really confirmed it. Lovely catch from Twist, though. Very, very accurate no-scopes from the Scout. It's one of the attributes of the weapon. Should be a confirmed 9th for Astralis ready into the B site. They don't necessarily have the bomb there, but it's likely going to be eventually ending up. And that's if Dupree doesn't murder them all as they arrive.
Once you've got a player into a B and no one's there what towards there, you can actually guarantee they're going to head towards that position. But there's one kill back at least, but heading towards the B tunnel, Zipex leads the way. He's got the MAC-10 as well, so he'll be confident working into that position. Round's pretty much done. Mage's actually got towards CT spawn now. Confirmed that B is completely clear. And sure, Liquid got a kill back, but they haven't managed to scavenge the weapon at all. And just looking for any Astralis players dotted around the map. That's about all they can do at this point. USPs across the board still have a lead, but that's going to change to 10-9 momentarily. And Astralis will have a Scout and a MAC-10 going forward as well. So will that suggest a very fast-paced round going forward? I would suggest so, especially if they get that long spawn, you'll want to be taking it.
Right. So this CT half from Liquid is going to be what they've been rehearsing and thinking about after Dallas. You know, on the plane ride over, there's a lot of hours to be thinking about what went wrong as you conceded 12 rounds on your CT side of Dust2 against your nemesis. And that was, of course, just a couple of days ago now on a different continent, but against the same team, same map. Not necessarily the same odds. That was, of course, the grand final. Always the bridesmaid, never quite the bride. Liquid watch that trophy lift from a very different perspective from the other side of stage. Well, now, in order to secure that semi-final, they can do it right here, right now. 6 rounds is all that's required. 7 for Astralis. And we're going to be seeing if they can replicate the same success they had on their T side last time.
And it's a compromise setup from Liquid here. We said the long spawn could be coming through here, and Device is very happy to comply. Nitro, he gets 3 kills in total. He still has Nap of him as well. That's well held. 3 players towards that position to start. I think 4, in fact. And we'll see it go down to a 3-on-2 advantage. There's still a lot of work to do here on the Liquid side. Didn't have the AWP, but they had Nitro. He's there on 46 now. Still holding towards long with Naf, but Astralis do have the bomb. Wave. You can see he's always up to something. He's always something in mind. Bomb on his back, just suggesting this could be the mid-split. They'll push out towards long. Nitro and Naf, that is, and heading towards T-spawn. So Glaive, I think they might be in trouble here. It's a difficult shot to land, and Glaive somehow gets away with it. Only takes 45 damage as well, so making his way towards upper B, but Naf has got him cut off once more as he enters T-spawn, looking towards the tunnels.
This is a real pickle for them, because they're calling the A site clear right now, as Ipex is on it. But
You're
Glaive's
right,
been
yes.
spotted in tons with the bomb. It's a real, I mean, it's a pickle. To be British about it, it's a pickle.
He's got a trifecta around him as well. You got Stewie in the B bomb side, Nitro lower B, Naf and T-spawn. But yes, Zipex is towards short. If Glaive could somehow throw the bomb up, that could be something.
I don't hate that.
Like, he could just press 5 now, strong arms it up there, hand it off in the hard middle.
Step, yeah. I mean, hang on. On the way across instead, and damage done, but Zipex can swing. Oh my goodness, they're low.
Oh god.
Just over 30 health between them. There's no way they have a shot at this. Now crossing into the site. Stewie's the one to respond. He's made it clear where he's coming from. The rotate from Naf, they knew there was one towards spawn. Nade could be perfect. Glaive loses the bomb with 10 seconds to spare, and it dropped. Zipex has to go with it. He's accepted his fate. Stewie, a perfect nade to secure what was a very sketchy round. My goodness, that one was spooky. There was cobwebs, there was bats, there was little plastic skeletons. It was a real spooky round, Hank.
It really was. It didn't turn into a horror show though for Team Liquid, I'll say that much. They managed to actually hold that very well. Stewie 2K with intelligent play there, manages to get the perfect grenade, dunks it on top of Glaive, and then the bomb, it goes in the worst possible position. Even if they got the kill on Stewie then, it wasn't possible to even get the plant through. But I respect the valiant effort there from Astralis. The fact they even got close to getting that bomb planted, Glaive painted into a corner and towards upper B tunnel, somehow gets out, even with players in T-spawn no less. They managed to almost get that bomb planted. I really respect the effort there. 11-9, however, we had some very close and exciting rounds now, both teams being tested
all the way. I mean, I'm sure there's like a part of them that hates this and part of them that loves that there is an opponent out there that will always be gunning for them. Admittedly, it's for Astralis. It's hot and cold, you know, their nuke. It feels oh so easy at times versus Liquid, and now they find themselves in circumstances like this. Previously, having no issues on their T side, but Liquid looking to batten down the hatches. They have an advantage, and now they just need to maintain it. That maintenance does not come easy. Glaive aggressive up short.
It was a very fast, long approach before, and they had 3 CT players ready and waiting. Glaive is using that information to see whether they'll chain things up, investigates the efforts towards short. With no one there, he can assume there's likely the same sort of setup they witnessed in the previous round. So they just want to go for an A execution here. They've got no one in towards the B tunnel. Suggest they're not going to actually go for the B split here. So they're going to suggest they are with those smokes going down towards CD spawn. A common tell though, if you only see one smoke in that position, they're normally not going to commit to it. You need that secondary smoke. Oh, well, no, I like that. That's what it's all about, Alex. And now they're going to drop down as well. This is kind of sick. What a strategy that is. They're going to be closing out CT spawn, confirming that's clear, but they know that Liquid play towards long. We've established that already.
They're going to have to play for a glorious retake. It's going to be coordination. Something Liquid actually have been looking very well drilled on. Their CT retakes, but this looks so hard, especially when Dupree catches Stewie early, dropped into CT, and now it's paying off.
I love the fact that second smoke came in. That's so beautiful. Like, I've seen so many teams trying to commit to a fake like that with just one smoke. You just go, well, it's obviously a fake because the second smoke has come in. Every team will put that second smoke down. Astralis one step ahead of me, though. They get the secondary smoke in, take all the attention on the B side of the map. People start rotating, looking towards middle. Then you're dropping down towards spawn as well. That's such a godlike play.
And he gets them that one frag. You can see the CTs, though, they're just so caught unawares. It goes from 0 to, oh, they have the sight.
And it's all about the information at the start. Like I said, the previous round with 3 CTs towards long. They went quickly up short. No one there. You can assume it's the same setup, right? They're going to be focusing towards that part of the map. You've got a bit of time, you've got a bit of space there to get the mid-split coming in, suggesting that, okay, we know you're down long, we're going to go for the B split here. But we spotted no one in the B tunnels. It was going to be some sort of fake, but that's a really impressive one. I love that.
See how it worked out. Elige was on the other end of that smoke. He got himself, you know, like his reaction to that first smoke was, I'm going to play ahead of it. Then the second one arrives and he has to push through it, gray screened into a dropped T. I mean, that's a horrible way to die.
Yeah.
It really is. You've painted a gorgeous picture, Hank, to see how Elige is feeling right now. And at the moment, Liquid, they're going to have to almost stomach the fact that this is going all the way back to an even odds. Stacking in towards the B side, which admittedly is where Liquid have chosen to invest their pistols. It's only a USP though.
It is only, but it's the tightest choke point on the map. Glaive will open things up. Now, do they want to commit off this? They've got no intel, remember. You've got a 5-on-4, and you know you're against pistols. A team like Astralis shouldn't be committing to that. And thank God they haven't. The amount of times I've said that this year, like, please just not go with it. If you know they're on eco, don't be lazy. Just, if you get a pick especially, let's just fall back.
They're being so vigilant. I mean,
that's all you have to do. That's such a perfect call. I love that Glaive has done that.
And I love that not only that, he gets the AWP thrown to him, courtesy of the low HP, and immediately he's even AWPing T-spawn. He knows that they didn't have any info long early. He's so prepared to avoid the oopsies.
How satisfying is that? Sure, device goes down, but he's going to spot a couple more players there. And the reason they have no idea people in B, right, because it's a full eco, but they've bought one smoke for the cross. So sure, that's a very common approach. You can throw one smoke and stack A, but you can throw one smoke and stack B as well. They got one killing B, and the Glaive's like, well, the fact no one's here, like we found out before on their previous ecos, there might be a chance they've stacked this side of the map, and he would be dead on. So that could have been disastrous. So many teams don't have that level of discipline.
And when you're going up against individuals like Liquid, 2 dinks from that USP, and you look a fool. I mean, yes.
Absolutely. It's happened so many times at massive events, at semi-finals especially, where teams are on Mirage seems to be the main offender. You know you've gotten down to a full eco, and they just rush B, and you're just like, why
jumping
would you do
out
that?
the window.
And a choke point you have to actually jump out of as well. And there can be stacked positions, there's hidden corners. Sometimes it beggars belief, but that's more like it. That's exactly what I want to see.
Completely and totally handled. They do manage to pull the Krieg out of Device's hands. And they've let Liege off the leash a little bit just to see if he can catch anyone lingering or hunting that rifle preservation. But it will be the 11th to Astralis, and a very happy Henry dealing with that eco with restraint and poise. So, keeping things level, third map, 11-11. I don't need to make a wish because mine has come true. A close series between Astralis and Liquid.
And you're wearing Crocs, so...
Not yet. Nitro, god damn it.
Sponsorship.
Yeah,
if you guys
see
watching.
If we can make it happen. I know Crocs going to be stepping into the esports space soon.
I bet they do.
I bet they are. I'm calling it now.
It's coming.
Yeah. First it was the, what was it? The MIBR K-Swiss collab, and then it was the Machine X Crocs.
No one wanted K-Swiss to come back, but Crocs, I'm definitely in for.
I'm down, bro. I think that is the gaming shoe as well, like breathability, comfort.
I'm
Hang on. Wait, let's stop doing this on the microphones. We're giving too many good ideas to people out there.
Too many good ideas. Round 23 coming up, and yes, you're absolutely right. This is one exciting affair. We said going into halftime, we hope this continues. It was 9-6, but still, both teams battling back here. It's Astralis with the lion's share of the rounds in the second half. They are 5-2 up on their T side. But Liquid, once again, Liquid, their finances haven't been amazing. We haven't seen an AWP, I don't think, just yet. So it's going to be a FAMAS for Twist once more. They limp into this round. And we'll see whether the three-man setup towards Long will pay dividends once again. Dupree getting ready to be sent out there, but he's flashed and in the flames. He'll have to go back. So we'll go back into a default now. So that's always fine. You can take the long approach, go for that first pick, but it's always fine to cancel it if it doesn't feel right.
Astralis' T side, though, has been brutal. Currently standing 5-2 in favor of Astralis on their attack. It was a 12-3 last week in Dallas. So Liquid 1 round away from equalizing the tally they had in the first clash on this map. Need to do better than that, of course. Perhaps that adjustment, the blessing in disguise, is there hasn't been that much AWPing yet. Nav just hasn't had the finances to pull that one out. I think we saw one from Stewie. Left him solo towards the B site, but progress up middle. Twists might be walking into the jaws of Device here. The flash over to enable that information gathering and more utility being thrown. There is no secret that is Astralis' presence in middle. And tunnels as well, Henry. They might be looking to pincer here, and only 2 members of Liquid are going to be ready to receive. This is going to hurt. They have to do a lot of heavy lifting. Nitro responsible for tunnels. That's the first, that's the bomb, and a second. Stewie holds middle 2. They hold fast and precise. Nitro gets a third. Phenomenal multi-kill, secures a crucial round for the North American squad.
It's one of the few weaknesses you can find in the defense for Team Liquid is that B bomb site. A lot of teams try and press that area. It's normally Stewie and Nitro working together, and this time they don't blink at all. It's a difficult buy, as we already described, the FAMAS and 4 rifles coming through, but 3 massive kills there for Nitro. Just leaving Device now with the AWP and T-Spawn. 5 seconds on the clock, bombs down. Nothing can be done as Liquid will take the lead here. If you are just joining us, you've seen the hype on Twitter. This is the matchup to find out who will be making their way directly to the semi-finals. Loser is not out of the tournament by any means, but they go to the quarters. So definitely a lot on the line here. There's a massive chunk of change already in the disparity between the quarters and the semi-finals.
And what would this do for the grand scheme of this event if Liquid get over the monkey on their back that was and is Astralis? A bye to the semi-finals, a day off to continue your preparation with a good knowledge of which opponent you'll be facing, or at least an option, 50-50.
Well then, Astralis do save the AWP. They have enough to bring out a reasonable buy into round 24. To UMP for Glaive though, we've seen that more and more in gun rounds these days too. Fantastic effect, and this looks like another B approach here. I feel like this is one of those calls where like they weren't expected. No one expected twice in a row, which is absolutely true. This is actually a very viable approach as an in-game leader. Sure, it didn't work out the previous round. You're expecting them to think that that's what you're thinking, if that makes sense.
Okay, yeah.
That's a smoke towards double doors, so they are going to commit towards B here.
It's a lovely smoke from Astralis, one they've been throwing a few times, and look how powerful it is. Forces Stewie to fight tons, though, and it does give him a degree of protection. Perhaps it's working out well for them. There is no presence in middle. They don't have to sweat or fret. Glaive, however, arriving. Does connect some bullets before Nav silences one. Stewie, this is going to be all about the timing. Trying to find Magisk in the smoke. He heard the steps and deals with it. The second for Magisk. And they've got so much time. We've seen Astralis on Inferno. Sometimes they get the site and just chill.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine because you don't want to remove a player for 3.5 seconds until everything's completely clear. You feel safe. There's 3 players on the B side of the map. For Astralis, same story for Team Liquid here. Bomb will be planted. Utility available. They're going to throw an incendiary towards a big box. Presumably a smoke towards tunnels. And here comes Nav's commitment here, looking for any points of access.
God, this is going to be crucial. Nav slipping out, a hard adjustment, but Device with the spray. Great onto the first. Twists keeping things level. A nade could finish off Twists in this 1 versus 2, and Kobe Bryant shows up in the server, 12-12. Keeping it neck and neck. My goodness. I do see a bit of a wavering CT economy, though, and a timeout does look like it's going to be called. That's the last from Astralis. There's still 3 in the Liquid bank.
That's one of my favorite B plays you can make. When you throw that smoke from short, you do need a bit of default control at the start, but when you can smoke the double doors from outside B, I don't think it's utilized enough. It's so powerful. So if anyone didn't catch that, you sit towards catwalk on short, and you have to line it up with the back wall of the mid area, run and throw. It's a difficult smoke, but most pros can do it. It lands in the double doors of B, which is normally the most prevalent position for someone holding for the mid split, right? They're kind of ducking and weaving, looking for information from both angles. It removes that vision, forces the CT to commit to one or the other. Once that smoke's down, dribble smoke through the tunnels, flash through. As long as you get the initial trade in your favor, it's very likely you can win the round. That's a fantastic approach from Astralis. After failing towards B in the round previous, it takes a strong in-game leader to call the same thing pretty much once again, and it works out for them, punishing that side of the map. He said the money was weak, and Liquid agree with you. They're going to have to take pretty much a full eco here, Alex, with just 2 smokes. And what's their play here? They stacked B before, they've stacked long as well, and they're going to send 3 towards short this time.
Looking for the Hail Mary Deagle, but won't be delivered. Dupree just gets the perfect timing on that fight, just as Elige sweeps to glance down middle. Don't make any mistakes. Molotov towards the car, no one's home. A little bit of an investigation. God, look at the hold from Glaive. He is still in spawn. I would be so frustrated. But Astralis, they use every tool at their disposal. That smoke, of course, will be landing on Xbox. Likely the justification for Glaive's positioning so deep into the round. And CT stacks, they've pushed through B. They know it's not going that way. Astralis are so happy to chill, though. Let Astralis just...
I love to see this. There's so many teams that are almost, these rounds are lock-ins, right? And they'll get a kill and just run around with this, enjoy themselves. You've got to treat them like gun rounds. You need to use your utility. You got to understand the level of play is so high these days, even with just Deagles, no armor. These sort of teams, like everyone in the top 10, even the top 20, can be so dangerous here. You have to treat them with such care, and that's exactly what Astralis do here. Only one player going down. It's just Naf here, and no real reason to hunt him. You know he's got a Deagle. Nice shot from Mages there to extend their lead. We go 13-12 now. Touching distance to the semi-final. Astralis looking good as ever on the T side. Overall, 7-3 in the second half. That was the eco, bear in mind, from Liquid. So still plenty of time to get back into it. They've got a double AWP set up for the first time now. Money's been a real problem on their CT side.
Well, I believe that's their 3rd CT round. They picked up round 23. So currently, Liquid have not done any better on their CT side this time than they did last. They have to make good on what they couldn't just last week. And
it's the B approach again, I think.
Yeah, you look spot on, and look at Device. He's the one to draw blood first. Stewie will be flashed off. Forced to cower. He's got to solo this site. It's an opportunity, but there's flames, there's bullets, and Astralis just like that. Round 26. It's already over, Henry.
Yeah, that round's done. Knowing the setup, they've already put the fear of God inside the B side of the map, right? So they're just, well, we can probably walk out middle at this point. A lot of teams are finding that opportunity across the board already. You can go through mid-door sometimes. Device by himself. It's a ballsy call, the AWP, but he knew exactly where the player would be in CT spawns. That was Twist, taken down. At that point, the B bomb site just collapses. Nothing could be done at that point. The Stewie at the back with that double AWP. Like we said, just as they make an adjustment, it's going to be the Molotov at his feet. And they're still hunting here as well. Nitro removed by Glaive. The flashbang from Dupree. The hunt is on. And they're looking for North Americans here. It's going to be Naf and Elige trying to hold on to the AWP and M4.
Oh, what an aggressive way to be trying to take these weapons away. Lovely upgrade, I guess, for Elige. And a consolation. Naf will deal with that. Keeping hold of his weapons. Last couple of seconds. There it is. And so a couple of weapons preserved, coordinated catch on Nitro, and a little highlight of Device. This round started oh so strong for Astralis, courtesy of his opening frag, and he's got 7-1 opening duels on this map. Twist is going to be baffled. A solo mission. This is the catch on Nitro.
The flash
He's going to be.
So
I mean, you're just like, okay, you know what? Take me. Hand off the mouse and keyboard. Fair play.
It's a fair cop. Done me in. Well then, it's going to be actually the eco, or partial buy I should say, for potentially series points. They couldn't really justify the investment around the AK and AWP. Apparently gone with CZs instead. Still enough to win the round, but not looking good. Elige will try and hold them off and funnel them towards middle with the smoke at short. Is it enough? It's an effective smoke. He's got the AK-47. Well, they'll know about that now. Mages removing the equation.
So both of the saved weapons have made their position known.
Yes.
Fired off a shot from middle, and Elige, brave backwards strafe, despite the damage dealt to him. 3 men towards B site. Naf is there to support them. It'll be Stewie and Nitro, the first contact, and Glaive, he is on somewhat of a walk. Around the smoke, Nitro gets the info, and likely Stewie to finish him off. Lovely work, another weapon available to them. Won't be picking that one up just yet because the rest of Astralis are on their way. Fully flashed off. Naf can't support, but Nitro decides to bring the fight to them, and in perfect unison, they're doing damage. A second kill for Stewie. 2 rifles, though, that's more than enough for Astralis. They can steal this one back. Liquid doing everything right. Stewie confirms it. A crucial round, and they've done better than they did in Dallas here on Dust.
That was it. It was the AWP, the AK-47, having to be a little bit more active than usual. You talked about the shot towards middle at the start. Alige pushing offshore by himself. The smoke down. I want to see the kill from his POV. Did he spot him? Nope. I didn't see anyone there, but still, he shot with conviction. And you can see Zipex trying to bait out the shot from Naf, but he's way too fast for that nonsense. He'll be nailing the shot there, and we get into the next round. Shout out to Stewie2K as well, who just bumped up his total from 8 to 11 in that previous round. So just when they need him to come online, he certainly delivers. First kill for Zipex. Very fast out of long. Twist wasn't ready for it. A 5-on-3 as Device finds another just as they get back on their feet. Device just mauling them towards middle once again. And you said last time they played on Dust2, he did the same with 29 frags.
Yeah. Well, if you were wondering, it was 1 minute 40 when that became a 5 versus 3. That's how early those frags came in. And after being so absent on long for so long, Twist perhaps getting a little negligent, just gets caught by the very fast spawn of Zipex. A chance, though, presents itself. Device is in Inquisition towards middle, but oh my god, there's no one on B. And they're charging in, and Stewie, he's going to flounder just a little bit. The molly does nothing. They know they've got him under his skin. An easy frag for Magisk. The site is theirs, the bomb plant anytime they desire. And only 2 remain.
What is Device doing every round? It's so impressive that he's got the audacity just to keep going for the mid doors with the AWPable weapons and finding a kill. And at that point, Stewie has to react to it. He can't just sit in the B bomb site. He has to get some information. Device, he'll go down, sure, but he's confirmed that Stewie's fell out the B bomb site. Everyone hightail it towards B, and Stewie doesn't even get a chance to get his incendiary off. He has to go towards the window. Actually, I think threw it on the bomb site and panic.
Yep.
And at that stage, the round falls apart. Series point found for Astralis, and they might as well hunt Nafly here. They've got him stuck in the long doors. He's got the AWP. He can kill one of these players, but he won't get 2. They're going to take him down here as Zipex with a quick scope to close things out. No weapons taken to the next round, but money is relatively strong. Not all is lost. I would say a tactical timeout required here, which has been called. And we've got 7K on a couple of players. Twist will drop an AWP towards Naf. Stewie with $6,000 as well. He has had a very, very difficult series here. The first map was fantastic. The second, though, started to drop off. And at this stage, 11 kills to his name. They need 2 rounds now to take us to overtime. They've got the money and the resources available to them, Alex. But Astralis, they just look so good right now.
I mean, I'm not sure Liquid can handle those opening frags again. They're almost going to have to give some control to Astralis. They've gone for the double AWP, previously punished for this. Very viable on Dust2, there's no doubt about it. This is Twist getting caught out. Great combination of aggressive spawn and good fragging. And that was where the round was confirmed. One last frag onto Stewie, who got pulled into middle, as you highlighted, by the actions of Device. And so, ladies and gentlemen, this is it. 1 round better than their last battle on Dust2 for the CT side of Liquid, but now they need 2 more. Twist will get that Molotov down safely this time, and so it's time to chop and change. We'll go back to the rifle owner, and Naf, in the face of adversity, presents aggression. The smoke from the T's actually aids this aggressive line. He's got a shot, he misses it. Maybe actually going for a second peek. Stewie's AWP's worked as well. Not going to be able to escape, but 2 opening frags. Liquid have got a real shot at the 14th here.
It's Alige who's going to be scrambling towards the A side now from CT spawn. Twist has control of the long doors, but Zipex, that's a crucial position. He's patrolling towards middle. He can look for the transitioning players in the form of Nitro and Stewie. Now, will Glaive have the presence of mind to check this position? Remember the shadow advantage? Talked about this last week. Twist gets an actual bit of information there, but he baits it out. Glaive is so smart, it's unbelievable.
I can't believe he got that.
He takes a dink, but Twist, like I said, had all the advantages there, couldn't find the kill. And Zipex, we talked about his position. This is pivotal. And there's another shoulder peek there. So at least Nitro avoids certain death. That was everything. If Zipex gets that kill, the round's done. It's Alige holding strong, though, towards A. He'll have to fall back towards the pit position, considering he's got 9 points of health, and they know it. They know critical damage has been inflicted there. They can plant towards short, and it'll be a 3 versus 2, but still, anyone's round.
Astralis leaves Zipex. An upgrade for Stewie, getting rid of that AWP for the retake. That could really work out wonders for them. He's opting to join his teammate CT. Alige so low, battered and bruised on long. But he has the perfect weapon to at least catch a bullet. No, Dupree's the one to find him. 2 more required. Is this really the last round of play on Dust2?
Oh.
Zipex coming from behind! It's glorious! He's right there behind him when he needs to be. And that will be 16-13. It's so close, but once again, the bridesmaids of the tippy top of Counter-Strike are forced to watch.